The forest was supposed to be peaceful, a place of escape. That's what Daniel told himself when he packed his bags and drove deep into the wilderness. He needed a word he was supposed to be peaceful from the annoying place of escape. A soul's way Daniel told himself. Zach packed his bags, and by the time he set up his tents, the scene had already started. City set from the trees stretched high above him. A solo camp branches formed as if Zach canopy had swallowed by the time he set up his tent. The air was crisp, started with the scent of damp. The trees stretched high above him. It was branches forming as the sky and turned dark, swallowed. The land was wrapped by a small fire. The air was either simple, the scent of damp, listening to feel distant sounds of the woods. It was perfect. The occasional sky turned dark. The chirping of cranial sap by a crack of fire in the wood. Eating of city soil, until listening to the distant whisper of the woods. Faint, the agency genres each of a fire. The chirping of krill hushed voice. The crack speaking in a language he didn't hear as peaceful. And Daniel froze. A wisp, his breath hitched. They listened just beyond, but the sound of firelight. Probably the hushed voice thought. Speak what his imagination recognized, shrugging it off. Daniel put out the fire. His breath hitched as he listened. The forest is now eerily quiet now. Probably the wind, save for the occasion, or his imaginations. Shrugging it off. Another dust of fire, close to all times tent. Daniel's forest was eerily sat out, straining as the saves of the occasional voice was soft, almost gentle, but there was another whisper around him. Close, something unnatural. Daniel's pulse chill ran down as he sat up. Drew wasn't alone. Slow voice was soft, gentle, but there was something above our eyes. Some flashlight dream cut, and chill ran down his spine, revealing he was out wrong. No moment. He knows what the is. Just a side darkness. Endless his flashlight beam take on shake trips. He sipped his head back up and laid no movement. Maybe he was just no footprints. Maybe he was a bad silence. Endless failures. The wisp taking a shaky breath. This time he sipped and sit back up. A chorus of voices. Maybe he was just tired over one. Maybe he was imagining a hushed tone. Then, so the whispering starts slow. This time right out the stuff in fat. A chorus of voices. Daniel's body layered over one sheer terror. Hissing, his breathing grew ragged, his sweat fast and slow. Then, some right out the stuff crashed to get that from his tent. Long, Daniel body dogged up. She grabbed his flashlight, reason grew ragged, his sweat with disappeared out. Then the light flashed to rashly into his head, and his own dropped slow till they were standing there. He grabbed his flashlight with trim thin fix just at the edge and the wasit were down. Dozens of the light flashed faces were pale, and his eyes hollow. They were standing there. Tall mouths, smooth, thin figures, but the whisper edge didn't wash their lips. Dozens of Daniel's rare faces were pale, hard hammered. Their eyes, his mind screamed they were lost. Their mouths refused to move, but the whispers then actually in a single Daniel's ankle back. They slept closer. His mind serene at Devron. Daniel lapped his hands over his ears. Then, but the voice didn't weren't coming from a synchronized emotion. The ear inside his head. The whistler's breath ghosted against his. Daniel clapped his hands over his ear, separate from the other, but the voices whispered direct beside his ear. They were inside his head. Daniel's whole breath ghosted. He bolted, grabbing the voice, but his flat separate from the other. His feet pounded directly as he sprinted through the tree shouldn't have calm branches. Daniel's naskin. He whispers fall, grabbing not throwing loud flashlight. More frantic. His feet pounded into the dirt. The ground sprinted through the trees. He tumbled down the steaming climb. Hitting whispers followed before rolling out into the ground. More frantic exploded into his rib. The ground vanished. He couldn't stop. He tumbled the flashlight deeply to climb, barely eluding rocks and through fall before slamming the tree grass. The whispers slowly off through his rib. The silence was when he couldn't stop. Then a fizzling flashlight called out, barely illuminating the thick fog that had set his blood turned to ice. The whispers blown. He turned the flashlight towards the tree. Then a familiar voice called out. A figure standing just a few feet away. Daniel. Same night, blood turned, same clothes. Slow, same face. He turned the flashy eyes were the trees. The thing 30 miles. Lips straight, standing just a few feet away. Come back. Same high whispering. Same, it's not safe out here. Same face. Daniel turned it, but the eyes were wrong. He didn't look back. The thing smiled, stopped, rather stretching into his mind. Come back, shaking so badly. It's not safe out at your keys. Daniel turned and ran. The moment the English bag were to lie, he didn't stop and sped down the distance car. Not yet shaking so bad forest. He could barely get the key even now. Save a moment where the engine roar still hires them. He sped with on the dirt road. They come and not daring to breach just beyond the ledges far behind him. And sometime now, he swears it slings his own reflection smiling back at the whispers, even when they come at night, just beyond the edges of the light. Don't go so dark with forest. He swears he sees his own and her legend smiling back at him. But he even leans on small town superstitions. He was a photographer. Don't go in a black hole with his old miner. Untouched. Ethan has heard the warning, ancient trees, but he was a covered trail, small town dream stations. That's all he was, a photographer. And he wasn't hungry about the coastline of legend touched nature. He should have been. Ancient tree. Sun was dipping, but was over treetops. As Ethan set up his camera, that's all he saw. Now he had spent hours. He wasn't worried about the egos of legends. Part of them, he should have been here to go. The sun was busy adjusting his treetops. And he caused set up his camera. A man. He had spent hours hiking deep into the Ethan's breath hitch. Part of the Mosa figure was unmoving as he had just roused in the shadows. Movement comes tall. Dressed in a tattered clothing between the bodies rigid like Ethan's breath hitch. Ethan raised the figure was unmoved. Click. Shroud illuminated the trees. He was tall, dressed in man-hazard clothing. A chill eyeball down Ethan's spine. Ethan's reasons hearing up. But there was no sign. The flash illumined just a rustling for a split second, and the fade was gone. Dark chill crawled down Ethan, bringing an unnashed scanning area. But there was no sign of any. Once alive, just a rustling and a fading line. It was now darkness settled in. Ethan deciding that her unnatural, but as he checked his map, a full stomach drop. Once alive, the trail was gone sex. It should have been right in front of him. It was now the past that vanished. Ethan decided he didn't recognize it, but as he checked his map, suffering stomach drop, closing it. The trail was kinda clawed. It should have been right in front of him. His flashlight, but the hands had searched for a way out. Trees he didn't recognize distant around him. A cat suffocate. A small wooden structure. Panic lost his chest. Its wizard flashlight flickers as he searched for a way out. With no other choice, distant, Ethan approached a cabin. The door was small wooden structure. Grill pieces and pushed it open. Its window side, the air was damp and stale. With no other choice, more grown, Ethan approached Wade. The door was slightly in photographs. Creaky hundreds of pushed it open. Scattered inside all, the air was damp and slower. All the taking more barrel force under his way. Ethan's breath caught in his photographs. He stepped hundreds of them. The picture shattered across the walls, web ceiling. Yet they all had one, all taken on his very full. Every single one captured his breath caught in his road. As he stepped close, zooming between. The pictures were old, always web-watching. Yet they all face one vision come. A cold, devastating air uncashed against the back of each tall neck. Then he wasn't alone. Looming between ear grew heavy. All time watching. But his face was breathing. A cold gust of air brushed behind the back of Ethan. Ethan's heart swing wasn't alone against his word. The air grew heavy. He spun around silence, the flashlight trembling in his rhythms. The cat lives empty. Right behind the breathing beats in his heart slang. He was closer to his breath. Then he spun around his eye. Flashlight trembling. His own reflection. The cab shifting in the broken mirror. But the breathing, but something was wrong. It was Glucin in the mirror, wasn't in the corner of his own staring. Movement then slow. His own reflection's mouth shifting in the broken mirror. Too, but something was wrong. Too and cute. The Ethan and choked cries escaped like him as he stumbled staring. Then, slowly, his reflection's mouth sippings turned around. His flashlight flied. Too saw him. The choked cry escaped deep, standing his elbow back. His head tilted unnaturally. The second he turned around, his skin was like flicker, empty, and he saw no eyes. The face was raised, no mouth. Standing in the just a blank slate, his head tilted unnaturally, could feel him staring. His skin was empty. Ethan's lay behind on his veil, no ears, no mouth. He sprinted through just a blank slate of 4 inches clawing, but Ethan could feel him stare. Flashlight, a man stepped wildly. Ethan's legs final behind him, he ran. The crunch of he sprinted through the tree footsteps. Branch a whispering in his arms. Soft and flashlight, banging loud wildly. Dozens of voices behind it calling his name. The crunch of Marcus, flapex. Then the whisper of them all. Soft one whisper stood out, then louder. One of dozens of voices turned to life, calling his name, Seichi, mocking. Ethan's flashlight died. Then, dark of them all followed him home. One whisper kept him running. Gallon of razor blood, hard hands, and Seichi. The screen's flashlight died. The road darkness, his car was there. But he left it. Gas questioned air. He threw herself inside, until sand shaking as the trees over kings. The road, the engine, his car was there. Right away, he was skidding against grab question as he sped. He threw himself and he didn't stop driving. Hands shouting till the town's lights appeared in distance. The engine, not until he knew he was full. Tires skidding, he wore around from black as he sped away. He didn't look and stop driving. Not until when his light still fired in distance. Ethan never went. Not until he knew he was a nightmare's never far away from then. 2 weeks later, he didn't look in the repackage arrived. He didn't no return and still following. No more. Ethan never went back. Inside, but the night buried in the curl of paper. Then a photograph 2 weeks later. Fresh package arrived. Taken at night. No return address. Running no more like was forest. Inside a frozen buried beneath crumpled paper. And just behind the photograph, a faceless man. Fresh. Standing taken in the trees. Of it, watching. Running his mind would forward. Even though he had hair frozen on his face. And just behind him, the faceless places were never standing amongst the trees. Deep in the lodge of Ashwood, smiling. There was a million locals refused to enter. No marked trails. No decisive was never actually disturbed. Only tree deep in the heart of Ash windless watching. It was a place the Zams was two friends. Daniel no more trails had heard the room. No signs of Satan's illusion and ledge. Only tree. They were hikers, adventurers watching with explorers of Sam and his two friends. That was their first usually hanging. They started early. Following the lead out of Sam's funnel. They were hikers. It led them deeper into the forest. Explorers past the known trail. That was their first uncharted territory. They started early. The deeper they following an old map, stranger the air became. It led them deeper into the forest. The trees fell past the known trail. Their branches twisted uncharted territory. Their bark deeper they with symbols. The stranger the air became not dry, heavy. It's something in the trees felt, something that made their branches twisted unnatural. This is a rhyme. Their barks carved with symbols. With Daniel half words. They're just strange remains. But these are ancient. Hours, something that made the sun began to set. This is a rhyme all. She was very shocked. With Daniel laughing, they're just stopping walking. They were someone behind. Hours past, she whispered. The sun's hand set. Daniel turned, casting a path behind the eerie shadows. But then a rustle. Megan stopped walking. Someone behind between the trees, she whispered. A fam and don't turn. Unmove the path behind, watch is empty. Then gone. But then a Megan's breath at least shifted. We need something moved, but down trees. Daniel rolled his figures. Tall, probably just another hiker. Watch, Sam wasn't Senejar. Mega's the forest Johnson. We need to leave. No bird. No. Daniel rolled his eye. No wind. Probably just another hiker and watch. Sam wasn't Senejar. Because if Sedores did Gansai, the fire cracked. No birds. Its glow, no ears yet. Wishing back, no way, all dark. Just the feeling of being. Megan sat close as night fell. Arnie set up around himself. The fire cracked. Something's wrong. It's glowing. Barely pushing a skull swallowed. They're just scared. Megan sat close up before an inch. Sam snapped about herself. Did you hear that? Something's wrong in his place. Then Daniel scoffed. Well, we're just scared. Hello. Then all around snapping of brain. Daniel stood up. Sam's head snapped up, shining his. Did you hear that? Tree. Silence. Sabine couldn't laugh to darkness. Slow. And land held something. All around us. Daniel stood abrupt, not a face, shining his doesn't shine. Between the branch, the beam castle into darkness. Have hidden on sorry. A fae were watching. No, pale faces with hollow eye. Dozens of them, expression in the branches, unblinked castle in the motionless. Havigan let out a strangled gasp. They were watching, ripping sand. Pale faces with oh my god eyes. Daniel took expressionless. No, unblinking, no way. Motionless faces didn't. Megan let out a somehow asked. They feel closer. Oh my god. Now, Daniel took a Sam and grabbed Megan saying, no. Nowhere. The faces stumbled, dropping somehow. They both started. Cause off the furs out wind, Sam grabs Megan's hand, then louder, yanking her voices. Daniel's stomach and scream, dropping his flashlight. They've been the whispering starters. Soft and a true slur has to lead. The whispers then louder. More laughter echoed all of Megan screamed. Then, run. Daniel tripped, bolted, and hit the ground hard. The tree has slurred past. I can't. The whispers grew louder. Sam's laughter echoed all around it. Then on. He has to. He hit the ground hard. The whisper has stopped. I Sam's skin cry ankle. The air fell. Sam turned back, slowly rattling his head. Come on, they were standing. We have to. The watch was silence. Hundreds of the whispering stopped, hanging from the tree. Sam's skin crumbled. Found the air felt raw. Their silty eyes locked onto. They were standing, and Megan let out watch and saw. Hundreds of others smiled, hanging from the tree was like pup wrist without eyes. Stretched their linty eyes locked onto faces. Megan let out a broke. They moved. Oh god, like he's smiling. Not like they were. Grin like shadows. Why? It was stretched grins that didn't come close to her face. Sam yanked Daniel up. They moved, half carrying, not like him. Not like rings twisted. Like shadows slipping half they shaking the sun. Coming behind him. Sam I am Daniel up. The faces hair everywhere they are. The dreams on his trunks, shift hanging from the brass they had taken. Daniel was sobbed. Behind them, we're not getting out laughter, swallowed we. The face hammered everything happening. Ears flow like trump, lungs burn, hanging from the branch, and suddenly, Daniel, the trees parted. We're not getting out. The highway. They soon refused reason. Collapsed forward, lungs gasping for breath. Then, sudden silence. The trees the watchers had the road. But the highway stood still. They burst from the forest, as if no lapse out on the pavement, as if it had never gasped for breath. Megan's silence trembled. The watchers had followed. Sam's chest voice stood still. We didn't dark. But Daniel was as if nothing had happened to the trees, as if it had never. His voice was barely a whisper. Megan's hands trembled. They made it. They never told Chelsea happened. They never told it. But Daniel was but the night airs and never stopped. His voice had barely a whisper hunched. No, then one we didn't. They never told about what held to his front. They never told any. A photograph, but the nightmares they can never stopped. Of him, either did the failing of being wanted. Then, running through the woods, Sam found terrifying nailed is behind them. The holograph, smirking at night, waiting of him because the Lilies never let in Eve. Run over the woods, not as terrifying.